Alright, so I'm just going to pour into the cup some good old X20A. And then the exact same amount again of XF-65. So it's, I don't know, less than the middle of that. So it's roughly the same. And then we take grotty old sturdy brush and give that a swizz around like so. Like so, give it a good old mixing. Get in there. Get in there. I'll dry that off on the towel conveniently outside. Make sure the caps are on so we don't knock anything over. Yes, I know, you still expect me to knock something over. I'm very uncivilized of you. Connect to the power supply. Keep calling it power supply, it's not, it's air supply. Just cover the nozzle up, blow back into the cup just to give everything a final mix, and then we'll shift that off to one side. There's my bit of scrap. There's my bit of scrap, you'll do. So I'm just going to test on this piece of scrap, our flow. Our flow. Just make sure everything's alright. Bit spitty that. Why are you a bit spitty? Why can't I get you off? Eh! The flow's okay, I'm happy with the flow. It's just a bit spitty. Don't like that. There we go. Fantastic. Almost be a quick release. Sorry about that. Right. Now that people finish disturbing me. Test flow again, and it seems to be okay. Bit spitty, I don't know why. It's a clean needle, but we'll just crack on. So I don't need that piece either because that's brown. Hello. I seem to be having flow problems. Why am I having flow problems? Don't like that. Let's try that again. Probably hear the pss, 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 pss. It sounds like I've got something stuck down the nozzle end. It should sort itself out, that. There you go, sorted now. Oh, very odd. So same as always, just build up a light layer. Don't go happy daft with it, don't go smacking it all down in one go. No, I'm splitting again. probably see there's still some silver showing through on that, so we'll come back with a second coat soon, but right now it's not priority. Yeah, I've got something stuck in my nozzle. So we'll get this layer on. I'll give this a field strip. Get it all cleaned up again. It should be alright after that. The thing is, like I say, I'm doing several builds all at the same time just to squeeze them all in and get them finished. So this is actually a full day's worth of spraying with this thing at the moment. So chances are I do have a build-up of paint down this end I've not been able to clean out properly because I'm literally just doing quick cleans. So yeah, you can actually feel it fighting me now. Isn't that nice? So I'll get this first coat on and then shut the brush down, give it a good clean. Oops. Right, let's give this a quick clean and then I'll be back in a moment. There we go, there's the problem. So if you have a look at the end of the needle, so because I've been doing quick cleans all day long, you can actually see a build up along the the tip of the needle, which is actually caused by paint build up inside here. Focus, 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 focus. So if you were able to look properly inside there, you can actually see that's the last colour we used, but it'll be the same inside there. There'll be all this paint build up. So we'll stick that in the ultrasonic cleaner. Just have a quick look at it. Come on, focus. You can probably just about make out there a couple of different shades of paint. So we'll stick these into the ultrasonic cleaner and give it a good tickle for a couple of minutes just to loosen everything up, and then we'll try and get some more paint on here. Right, I think I got it. Seems to be okay now. If I just spray onto my towel. That sounds a lot cleaner. So I'm just going to throw some more X28 in and do another mix of the field grey. Nothing too fancy. So it's a quantity of X20A and the exact same quantity of field grey, like so. The stirring of that and with the grotty old brush. Quick blow back. Like so. Get it all over the table. And then on a scrap piece of paper, much better. Much better. Alright. Let's go again. And the second coat. Right. I know I keep shouting all the time about not using white to lighten a colour up. That backpack is a slightly different shade of green, which is most of the grease, the grey. Stop talking. So I'm just going to add literally a brushful of white to this mix we've already got, just to change the flavour for this backpack. Like so. Scrap card, wait for the colour to come through. Hopefully you can see that it goes from the field grey into this lighter colour which is mixed, which is lovely. Pull that mix just to make sure. Shift you up and then whistling again. Ooh, just about got that done. Lovely. Right, so I can pop off to the side now to dry. We'll give that about an hour to sort itself out, and then we'll come back and start working on that chipping again. Yes! Okay, so just off camera, because I forgot to press record, just added a second layer of that gold yellow, just to brighten that up a little bit. It still looks a bit too bright, that young, even though that's the darkest yellow I've got, so we might look at some oil filtering or something for that at a later date. We'll see, we'll see. So I'm just going to take some IDF green now. Cast your minds back to the ATSD build. Literally needed like 6 drops, something like that. So don't need a great deal. Because we're going to do these 2 earpieces, like so. So I'll test the flow off to the side there. Literally a light coat again. Nothing too major. Plonk that to the side, like that, and then do this again. What was I saying? I was saying something interesting then. Completely forgotten. No, it's gone. So I'm just going to cut to air, just to dry that back a little bit. So, I know green on green isn't an ideal thing. Let's cut to air. That one should have flashed off a little bit by now, so we'll just come back and do that. Like so. I'll come back and do this one. Like so. Plug that there. Now on this backpack, I'm literally just going to add, you know then, how can I do this? Where's that big bulldog clip gone? You'll do. I'm just going to take the edge off something like a card or something like that, because I've got a little bit of IDF green left. I'm just going to add a couple of highlights. So, strip of paper. Run the paper across. Engine's in the way. Lovely. So it's just a little highlight. Post-it notes are good for this as well. Like so. That's completely off camera. Sorry. I'll show you that again. Just line the edge up. And we're starting on the paper, just move across slightly. And flip the other way around. And start on the paper, move across. Like so. You should be able to see a tiny little highlight just on his edge. Probably not. Just adds a little bit of interest to an otherwise boring colour. Like so. Yeah, I like that. And then take the helmet. Just adds a little bit of fading. So we're afraid on this bit. Just a couple of highlights. It's nothing major. I'm barely pressing down on the trigger here. There's barely any paint coming through. It just breaks the colour up. Let's do some of the edges of this chest panel as well. Yes, there's more going on me than there is on the actual piece. There we go. Just breaks it up a little bit. Of course, you can do this with any colour you want. I was very tempted, very tempted to do a pink one. Excuse me. Let's get some on that. Some on that plate, that's good. There we go. Right. Stop faffing now. Okie doke. Right, so we'll leave that to dry again for, I don't know, let's give that an hour, see what that does. And in the meantime, I'm going to just plonk those up there a little bit. So we've still got this mush to do, so quick colour change and then we'll do the whole red we're going with. Yeah, all red, why not? So, it's a quick and nasty 50-50 mix again of the whole red. And again, don't try and get it all down in one go. Just build up a light layer first. Try and get into all those edges that might be exposed and come around that edge as well, just to be on the safe side. And leave the trigger all the way forward. You can see we've still got plenty in the cup. Just cut to air. Just give it a quick drain. This won't dry it completely, it's just enough to take the top layer to dry. And then we'll come back now with a second coat. And you should see, again, not smack it all down in one coat, just nice and thin. You should see the paint build up. So again, all the way forward, cut to air, dry that back. Then we'll do a third light coat. builds up beautifully. Oh yes, happy with that now. Just come around that crown again. Lovely. Right. Right indeed. Four light coats. There we go. Right. That can go there to dry. So the whole thing now, leave that alone for about an hour. And I'm also panicking slightly at the moment as well, because that middle chest panel that he has, that little diamond shape right in the middle of his chest, had disappeared completely. So I'm going to have to try and find that now in the next hour or so. Right. Let's have a quick look at this lot. Don't need that one. Need hip, 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 hip. Stop it. We need the waist. Don't need torso, don't need shoulder pads, don't need the neck. Neck. Seen you, I've ever seen you. Need arms, need knees, need arms, knees. Hands, do we need hands? Yes, we'll take the hands. You'll see why. There's the shoulders, there's leg bits. Where's your neck gone? There's your neck. Right, so we don't need necks, upper torso and shoulder pads. They're going in white grey, and the rest of the body will be going in this pale blue grey from Vallejo Model Air. Now for me, that's the closest colour I've got to the colour we actually need. Yeah. Which might be a bit too light, to be honest. It's a funny colour, it really is. I can't decide between the blue grey that we've used on the canopy for the Y-wing. This looks a bit too dark. Which is that colour. Do you know? Decisions. I'm going to get it wrong no matter what. I'm going to get somebody complaining. That's too light. That's too close to this colour, so I need a contrast. So, I'm going with the canopy colour. This way, in my collection, I've got then a palette of colours that I'm following through, all the way through, kind of thing. That's my thinking. By all means, if you want to research exactly what shade of colour this could, this overalls, get the words out, Tony, these overalls are supposed to be, by all means, you do your research and go for it. This is the technique for how to do it. Again, you'll never hear me say anywhere in these videos, oh, I found it, by the way, found it. So I'll have to take care of that in a minute. You'll never hear me say anywhere in these videos that this is the right colour for the project. Basically, all I'm showing is techniques. So if you decide that that's the wrong shades, by all means do your research, find the right shade for what you need. Oh, and you'll be happy. There's never a good way of saying that without sounding snotty. Right, let's have some fun. So, airbrush Gefalten sorted out. So that's it. Again, don't try and get it all in one colour, in one go. Pull up several light coats. them. Shush. Right, so as you probably see there, I've not done a full paint job. What I've tried to do is leave some shadows knocking about here and there. So I've got this little motley effect that's going to help with the overall look of the illusion of shadows and highlights. And then once all this is dried, what we'll do is we'll go back to the palette, drop some of that on the palette. Bear in mind that I tend to use the mid-tone shadow highlight technique. So we'll probably throw in a darker grey with that, possibly even black, just to darken it down a little bit for the shadows. And we'll throw in some white grey just to highlight it a little bit. we'll get to that later once all this is dried. Quick colour change, and then we'll do the white grey on the torso bits. These things here, ignore that. So we'll get the white grey onto those. Boop. So again, we're not going to need absolute gallons of this stuff. Cracking down clip, you'll do. So I've literally got about 10 drops in the bottom of there. It's not even coming up to the rim with the colour cup. Test your flow first on. Oh, it's all spitty and horrible. What's going on there? Oh, pressure's right down. You on? That'll help. I don't know. So don't worry about that. That'll all blend in with the weathering. So the pressure build up. There would be nice. There we go, that's better. I don't know. It's looking a bit splotty and splatty, that. You go up there. We'll find some space. Come here. Spotting and splatting again. We've got another blockage. This is nothing to do with the airbrush itself. This is just down to my laziness. I'm not cleaning properly between the coats. So I really should sort that out. Oh, that's shocking. So this will be the same process again. If I just empty this cup out, take all this off. Where are we? This section here is going to be completely gummed up again because I'm literally just rinsing it through with X20A rather than doing a proper clean. I'm just rinsing through and changing my colours because I'm in a rush because I'm doing 4 things at once. If I take this apart at the front end, I'm going to get paint everywhere now, but that's okay. Just looking down all this, right, take that cup off. So I've still got a fair amount of paint in the cup itself, as you can see, so I'm just going to Support that up with some pipper tool. Because I've got a blockage in there already, I don't want to add to the blockage by chucking more paint through. Clean the needle up and then push the needle through. Don't drag your needle through this way. Pull it forward, otherwise you'll pull paint through the business end. And cotton bud. Get as much of that up as we can. What I'll do now is that can go straight into the ultrasonic cleaner again. Come on, get off. Today'd be nice. There we go. Pull you out, take the quick release off. So that can go straight in the ultrasonic cleaner. Clean the needle off. Very careful not to bend the needle. The needle itself's not too bad. The problem will be in here. There's something stuck inside that part, which is why I'm all spitty and splatty, which is horrible. Like I say, I've not been cleaning it properly throughout the day. I'm now, it's Sunday, and I'm now 6 hours into painting over 3 different projects. So that'll do it. So I'm going to give that a proper clean this time. I know I said it in an earlier clip, but this time we really do need to give it a proper clean. So as you've just seen on the torso, it's just like splat, splat, splat. It's not good.